The arena floor trembled as another human challenger hit the ground with a sickening thud. Across the galaxy, species gathered to witness what they called the Great Humbling, Earth's pathetic attempt to prove itself worthy of joining the Galactic Defense Coalition. Commander ZYX's tentacles writhed with amusement as he watched the broadcast from his command ship. The Coalition had standards, after all. Every species seeking membership had to demonstrate their combat prowess in the Grand Arena of Kepler 442b. For 3 solar cycles, Earth had sent their finest warriors, enhanced soldiers, cybernetic marines, genetically modified supertroops. Each one had fallen within minutes against the galaxy's elite fighters. The Andromedan berserkers crushed them with raw strength. The crystalline warriors of Vega shattered their bones with sonic attacks. The phase-shifting assassins of the void made them look like children playing with toys. Perhaps humans should stick to what they do best, sneered General Korath, his scaled lips curling into a cruel smile. Destroying their own planet. The observation deck erupted in clicking, hissing, and warbling laughter from dozens of alien species. Earth's reputation as the galaxy's newest joke was solidifying with each defeated champion. Ambassador Sarah Chin stood in the diplomatic viewing box, her knuckles white as she gripped the railing. Her career, her planet's future, everything hung in the balance. The Coalition's ultimatum was clear: prove Earth's worth in combat, or remain forever isolated, barred from the galactic community and its advanced technologies. Climate change, resource depletion, overpopulation, Earth desperately needed the Coalition's help, but pride demanded they earn their place. "We have one final challenger," Chen announced, her voice barely steady. The alien dignitaries exchanged glances and chittered among themselves. What could these primitive humans possibly offer now? The arena's massive doors groaned open, but nothing emerged. The crowd fell silent, scanning the empty battlefield. Then, like morning mist, a figure materialized in the center of the arena. Not teleported, not cloaked by technology, simply there, as if he had always been there and they had only just learned to see him. The human wore simple black clothing that seemed to absorb light itself. His face was hidden behind a dark mask, but his eyes, those eyes held the weight of centuries of discipline and tradition. He moved with a fluid grace that made the arena's artificial gravity seem irrelevant. "What trickery is this?" demanded General Korath, his thermal vision detecting no energy signatures, no technological enhancements. The human appeared to be exactly that, human. Unmodified, unenhanced, unarmed. The first challenger stepped forward, a Centaurian gladiator, 8 feet of rippling muscle and bone spikes. His war cry echoed through the arena as he charged, his claws extended to rend flesh. The crowd leaned forward, expecting another swift human defeat. The ninja didn't move until the very last second. Then he flowed like water around the gladiator's strike, his hand finding a pressure point at the base of the alien's neck. The massive warrior collapsed instantly, unconscious before he hit the ground. "Impossible," whispered Commander ZYX. "No human possesses such precision." The next challenger emerged, a phase-shifting assassin who could become intangible at will. It flickered in and out of reality, striking from impossible angles. But the ninja's movements were poetry in motion, each dodge perfectly timed, each counterattack finding its mark despite the alien's supernatural abilities. Within moments, the assassin lay motionless, defeated by techniques that seemed to defy physics itself. "How does he know where I'll be before I know myself?" the assassin gasped before losing consciousness. One by one, the galaxy's greatest warriors fell. The cybernetic champion of Rigel found his circuits disrupted by precise strikes to his mechanical joints. The telepathic warrior queen of Altair discovered her mind-reading abilities useless against an opponent whose thoughts were as still as mountain stone. "The body is a machine," the ninja spoke for the first time, his voice carrying across the silent arena. "But the spirit is eternal fire." The crowd watched in stunned silence as their undefeated champions lay scattered across the arena floor, all unconscious but unharmed. This human had used no weapons, no technology, no enhancement, only the perfection of human potential refined through centuries of discipline. General Koroth snarled and activated his personal combat suit, a masterpiece of draconian engineering that had never known defeat. Energy shields flared to life around him as he dropped into the arena, his plasma cannon charging with deadly intent. "Let's see how your primitive skills fare against true power," he roared, unleashing a barrage of energy blasts that could level a city block. The ninja became shadow and air, moving between the deadly beams as if they were falling rain. His feet barely touched the ground as he closed the distance, and when he struck, it was with the accumulated force of perfect technique meeting perfect timing. The general's shields flickered and died, his weapon systems shutting down one by one. "Power without wisdom is destruction," the ninja said softly as the general fell to his knees, his technological superiority rendered meaningless. "Wisdom without power is helplessness. But when both unite in perfect harmony, mountains bow." The arena erupted in chaos. Alien dignitaries who had been laughing moments before now whispered urgently among themselves. How had they so completely underestimated this species? Commander ZYX descended to the arena floor, his tentacles coiled with newfound respect. "What are you?" he asked, his universal translator struggling with the concept he was trying to express. The ninja bowed deeply, a gesture of respect that somehow made him appear larger rather than smaller. "I am the shadow of what humans can become when we embrace our true nature. Not the destroyer of worlds, but the protector of all life. Not the slave to technology, but its master. We are the species that find strength in stillness, power in patience, and victory in understanding." Ambassador Chen felt tears of relief and pride streaming down her face as the coalition's representatives approached with formal recognition documents. Earth would join the galactic community not as conquered supplicants, but as equals who had proven their worth. "Your species has taught us something valuable today," Commander ZYX admitted. "We measure strength by the size of our weapons, the power of our shields, the speed of our ships. But you have shown us that true strength comes from within." The ninja removed his mask, revealing an ordinary human face lined with years of training and discipline. "Every species brings its own gifts to the galaxy," he said simply. "Some bring technology, others bring raw power. Humans bring the understanding that our greatest enemy is not each other, but our own limitations." As the celebration began around him, the ninja quietly slipped away, disappearing into the crowd as silently as he had appeared. His work was done, but somewhere on Earth, in hidden dojos and training halls, a new generation of warriors was already preparing for the challenges that lay ahead among the stars. The galaxy had learned that day that humanity's greatest weapon wasn't in their arsenals or laboratories, it was in their infinite capacity to transcend what they thought possible.